Okay, let's go. Guys, we are live. Let me check the page once again and I will tell you for sure. Yes, we are live right now and we're slowly starting to gain our audience because we have no notifications for our live stream still. So it's a bit complicated to have people here, but we have our first viewer. Let's go. Let's go. Hi guys, hi everyone. Art Talks with you. This is Wednesday, and we're talking with significant people in the art field about everything and anything, just chatting about market. And yeah, this live stream backed by Singular. Singular is a platform for trading for artists, where you can not only earn money, but we also join communities, find new collectors and friends, and also you receive points for all your on-chain activity and future airdrop, of course. So today we have Hunt as a part of the team. Hi Hunt, how are you? You're driving.
Hey, I'm good. Yeah, my bad. I'm on roads today. But thank you guys so much for hosting. I'm looking forward to it. I love the vibes today. This costume is dope. I wish I dressed up as my PFP. Like, fuck, I didn't get the memo. I could have done a pretty good job. I'm not gonna lie.
There is a disclaimer: don't drive while dressed as your PFP. It might, they might have side vision. So just be careful, my friend. Be careful.
Yeah, Hunt, be, be careful. Hi, Shils. Hi, Shils. Hi, dear. Super happy to see you here today. How are you? Thank you for joining. That's what I want actually to see in Singular, our art talks, just people who joining us, talk with us. And yeah, that's how we will form our community. This is very important for us. So, Shils, thank you so much for joining today. How are you?
Well, I am fabulous. Thank you for having me. To be on a stage right now with the clown himself up here is phenomenal. Your get up is always the best. We love you for it. I seriously, I always just get pleasure, watching your posts and the fun stuff that you do. I'm excited for what you're bringing here. You saw I've been bull posting to get folks here and excited about what you're going to do. Ira, you're a guiding light. I truly love to give you flowers in the sense that, just gave me an opportunity based off of the vibes that we had and allowed me to literally come start crashing your art talks. And I just love it. This is such a wonderful space to promote that positivity that you're talking about. And we are, the community builders here. It's on us to build what we want. So I just appreciate you.
Thank you so much for kind words and super like I adore your energy. I wrote again that you're a collector, but you're also an artist. Sorry, next time I will write that you are an artist too.
No, girl,
And
that's fine. I'd rather be labeled as a collector and an advocate over an artist. I dabble in art. I love to do photography, but I would never pit myself up with the majority of these wonderful people who are doing it constantly. I'm a connector, and I like to help actually, promote those who are the great artists that are putting a whole lot of good stuff out there. So
and that's why we all love you so much. I see that Enter Soul Prime doesn't hear anything, but I guess sound is good. I don't know, guys. If you're watching us already, please write to us. Can you hear us or not? Because I want everyone to hear us, But yeah, today we have an amazing artist who will draw with us online, and that's another part of a live stream that I super adore here because we can see how magic is created online, and we already had a lot of artists who draw with us. Deutsch Tide, for example, he drew his clouds, and I really like to see this magic around. So thank you so much for joining. I know that you can't speak with us today, but I hope your connection will be fixed soon and at least you can hear us. But yeah, super excited about this art today. And finally, hi Cryptonova, super excited about conversation today because for me you're like super important person. I remember even our first interaction, you followed me with the words wait, I don't remember, it was in my head. Like, oh, yeah. You said, okay, I will give you a chance. It was like 3 or 2 years ago. And I'm like, yeah, that's super cool. So, yeah, for me, that you are here on this space is super important. So, thank you so much for joining. How are you today?
Welcome, all my aliens, apes, and zombies. I used to be hosting shows just like you, so it kind of feels good to be on the other end of things. You know, being someone who can talk and fulfill whatever questions you have in this Web3 world. You know, I greatly appreciate streamers like yourself who are bringing lights to collectors, to artists, to anyone that is in the Web3 game, because we are all in this together and all of us are at different variables within this space. If you guys stay tuned later on, I'll be dropping a free NFT for everyone, and that will be in a form of a POAP. So get ready, because I'll have, yes, back in the day, we used to give away free NFTs called POAPs. So in about 15 minutes, I'll be dropping POAPs. And if you
Oh,
liked or retweeted this, I already sent you the POAP. So check your DMs on Twitter. Still call it Twitter, on X. And in there'll be a POAP from Crypto Novo himself, and that is at Crypto Novo 311. You can check it out. We are live on YouTube and on Twitch at Crypto Novo 311, and also on your two platforms as well. So make sure that you're liking, subscribing, and retweeting so we can get as many people in on this conversation as possible.
oh my God, you're streaming on Twitch. How it's for you? Do you have some Web2 audience normies that don't understand why you look like this?
Yes, and a lot of it was based on video gaming and Lego, because those are two of my hobbies. So those are things I get into, and yeah, those web tours, hop in and kind of see what this clown's all about. So I try to spread the love on all platforms.
What people say right now, are they like, slightly starting to believe in crypto, or are they still like, it's calm, it's calm? How it's for you?
Well, I mean, it comes and goes in cycles. And for me, being in Ethereum since 2017, it's kind of when I got started. I've seen the cycles come and go. So I kind of been able to see what's next, what's coming, what might be coming in the future based on, friends in the circle. And just like Shills was saying, like, I'm not an artist. I'm more of a builder, building the community, seeing what's out there. And just like yourself, by being able to stream, you're almost able to like speed date with all the projects that are out there. You're able to touch base with a project here, see what maybe their new roadmap is. Maybe you can find a new minting that's coming out, or even hop back into an old Discord that you thought was left in the dust, but is resurfacing because the market's turning around a little bit.
Oh, that's true. But I don't know. I know that me for sure, and Hunt, I know too. We consider ourselves as an artist still. We don't have this, humble side, I guess. So we want to be an artist. And you, Cryptonova, I think you're an artist too, and Shields too. So because of self-expression, and how you live in your life, I think that's what make you an artist, not that you created something. Please don't kill me, artists. But I think it's like this. Yeah. So tell how you started your crypto in 2017. Yeah. How you found it.
I live in Chicago, and we play this thing called 16-inch softball. It's softball you play with your bare hands. The ball's just as hard as a baseball. And after the Thursday night games, we'd usually go to a bar. I'd have, one or two beers, leave a 20 on the table when I leave. And I look at the end of the month and I'd be leaving $80, $100 on the table for, a 6-pack of beer. And not that I had a drinking problem, but I just wanted to kind of convert my money elsewhere. So I started buying Ethereum. And all my softball friends on the team started making fun of me. And I was dollar cost averaging in on Ethereum at about $150 to $200. And it was just putting $20 in a week. And I learned about XRP on the radio, and I figured out how to get to it through a MetaMask wallet. And that kind of led me down the rabbit hole a little bit of finding alternative coins. XRP was maybe a couple years down the line, but started buying in Ethereum, and then Ethereum bumped up to about $1,000, $1,100, and I sold it and just, made a good little cash cow. And
do you have the story like Bitcoin pizza?
I didn't really spend it on anything, but I did spend it on something the next cycle around, which I was rather fortunate from. I'm a teacher. So my
Mhm.
athletic director came to me and he says, we talk Ethereum and Bitcoin because he actually had Bitcoin, multiple Bitcoins. And he was talking to me about cryptocurrency. We were going back and forth. And he had mentioned that his friend had sold a CryptoPunk ape. And this was the first CryptoPunk ape that sold that made news. I can't remember the date, but I think it was in like 2020, maybe like the spring of 2020. And his friend actually sold the ape. I think it was at the time $30,000, and it made big news. So I'm like, well, let me look into these CryptoPunks here. And I hopped into the CryptoPunk Discord. And I'm
Mhm.
like, well, like, what do I spend my Ethereum on? Like, because at the time, like, what did you spend your Ethereum on? You know, as an asset you just kind of held. There was no art. There's nothing tangible that I knew of. And I hopped into the CryptoPunk Discord, and all these people were very opening and welcoming, which was awesome. It was like Snowfro and Pranksy and
Oh
Tony
wow.
Herrera and Claire Silver, and the list goes on and on. And I'm some teacher that got lucky buying some Ethereum, selling some Ethereum, and they're like, "Hey, this is how this is why this is significant. This is a tangible piece of art linked to blockchain." And I viewed it as the digital rookie card of art on the blockchain. And I collected comic books, toys, baseball cards my whole life. You know, recollect all the stuff I burned up with a magnifying glass or put in a bicycle spoke. And I bought CryptoPunk, and it was on April 27th for one Ethereum. Ethereum was $196, and I bought. Let's see. Let me share my screen here. And I bought the most CryptoPunking looking CryptoPunk I can find, and it was. Would you mind? Yeah, there we go. And it was CryptoPunk 2080. It was crypto because it had a vape in it. It was a punk because it had green hair, purple hair. I didn't
Mhm.
care about skin color. I thought it looked cool as hell. And there's a transaction underneath it. And yeah, you could see. I can't see with these CryptoPunk glasses on, but I ended up hodling it for a super long time, and ended up selling that CryptoPunk, later on, which was, part of the process is you need to buy and sell within the market, and
Didn't
that.
you like became immediately attached to your NFTs like we all, like you can't sell because you're already in love with this art and every and community. Like, wasn't you afraid to lose this connection with community, or back then they didn't,
Sorry to interrupt, but the sound is so
shamed you for selling?
Yeah, go ahead. We got a question. Go ahead. I could barely hear you. You're crackling. Go ahead.
I was just saying the sound is so bad. It's like weird robot interruptions. I don't know where it's coming from.
All right. From my end, from all ends, because I got it from you when you were talking there as well.
Yeah, I think it's your connection, Hunt.
Oh, sorry. I'll be back.
Because he's crackly.
Mm-hmm.
So I did kind of have a hodling problem. The CryptoPunk that I got first, right here, 2080. If you scroll down on the purchase date, April 27th, 2020, for one Ethereum at $196. I held it till the bull market, and I sold it September 16th, 2021, 18 months later, for 120 Ethereum, and that was just under a $500,000.
Oh my God, that's huge. What did you feel back then?
I felt like I was selling my firstborn because that was the one that kind of started it all for me. Um, I did have some others at the time, but at the time I had to help take care of myself.
Mhm.
The CryptoPunk that I dress as, I created an AR filter off of, and I created streaming with NFT projects behind my CryptoPunk 3706. This one was picked out by my son. He liked the colors of it. It's a 5-trait CryptoPunk. There's only 166 that have 5 traits, so it's rare. It has a tassel hat, a clown nose, big shades, black lipsticks, and a hidden earring that's behind the ear that's not shown on it. So it has a hidden trait that are even more rare in the CryptoPunk realm, because a lot of the hidden traits, the owners Matt and John, when they created them, if the blending didn't match up through the AI integration on it, or not the AI back then, but the integration of how they blended the pixels in it, they disregarded it, and it wasn't a good CryptoPunk.
Wait, I have a question. At first, what exactly teacher you was like? In what field?
I'm a physical education teacher. I teach kindergarten through 8th grade, and the reason I'm anonymous in this space is because, sometimes I'd be out at a Bored Ape party or on stage with Pussy Riot on a Sunday or Saturday night, and on Monday morning in a kindergarten classroom. So I didn't want to have any interference with, school, and I didn't want to have any interference with, my side hustle, because all teachers have a side hustle, and mine was NFTs and Web3 and cryptocurrency.
You have these vibes of a physics teacher because they're all a bit crazy. Are you still doing this?
Yeah, I still do it. I still do it. It pays the bills.
Oh, wow.
After kind of getting in the Web3 experience, I got reached out by AJ Vaynerchuk, Gary V's brother, about starting, at the time it was Vayner NFT, and Vayner NFT was a Web3 consulting agency for the major brands like Budweiser, U.S. Tennis Association. Man, we did a whole bunch of things for, Nike, Artifacts, Coinbase, NFT, NBA Top Shot, Diageo, right on down the list.
How did you participate in this?
I was the engagement specialist. So I would go to these live events and pretty much walk around like my CryptoPunk, pass out POAPs. Stay tuned, so we'll be passing out POAPs here in about 5 minutes. And with those engagements, trying to get people into Web3. So it was like an onboarding process, trying to get people into just normal, what I would call just Web3 thinking, engagement scenarios that were generally based on IRL, in real life experiences.
I think you're maybe not only, but you using your IPs the most, like I know only you who walking as Hispanic and everything. What else did you do with your IPs? Did you somehow monetize it maybe? I know that you build in your Novaverse.
Yes. Well, with the capabilities of just building your IP around art or something you created, like I kind of wanted to be, Walt Disney and This Is Mickey Mouse type thing. So, there was artists, as you can see behind me, making masks. This is actually a carpet, like a rug, from Rich Core Decor. And, so these people it's creating revenue for other people as well. This t-shirt, this tassel hat was made by someone. So me being a walking, talking advertising billboard is generating revenue for other people. Very similar to Laurel Masna and his art that Shills 8 is on the wall out in New York, where it has all these. Yeah, that's right.
That's my man. I love him so much. Sorry, I just had to shout that out. Keep going.
No, but that's the whole part is Lauro just put anyone who bought a brick, put their PFP on the wall. So now you go out there and there's music videos and now your NFT is on the wall behind, people creating content behind it. So I have have done it in various ways. If you look at my Twitter handle or X handle, the one on the top is "I can't believe my life right now thinking NFTs." That's actually me in St. Louis at the Budweiser factory, where I spent the day with Tom Sachs. We launched off rockets, Tom Sachs NFT rockets, outside the Budweiser factory to bring awareness to NFTs. So that was like one of my first engagements when I was at Vayner. Scrolling down, and even through like all the messaging that we have for today's show, like this is Sickles' documentary where I was on a green screen, and they're just filming me on a green screen for a documentary about anonymity in the space. So it was like me and Claire Silver. G Money was anonymous at the time. You know, who knows? Maybe Banksy was in there, but it's all about these anonymous people in the space. So these are all things that just add up. In the middle there, you can see the AR filter that I use when I stream sometimes. There again, create the anonymity, but you know, kind of get in the Web 2 world, and just it's fun to go around and like I'll see my CryptoPunk at random places where I'll be traveling. Like this one was in the northern woods of Wisconsin, which is like 500 miles from me. I saw it in Puerto Rico one time, thousands of miles away. I saw one in Beeple's bathroom when I was at Beeple's studio about a year ago.
I thought it's you who put it there, no?
No, I've never hung up a sticker. I've always handed my stickers out, and I let the stickers fall where they fall, and people stick them where they stick them.
That's so cool. Do you think like your PFP became a symbol of something, or people just loving you and yeah, put you everywhere?
Well, since I was never an artist, I was more of a collector and more of a spokesperson for people. I was able to gravitate towards a lot of people, and I never asked for much. I was always trying to give. Speaking of giving, stay tuned because I'll be giving away a POAP here in a second. And I tried to give, and when I'd go to these Web3 conferences, as NFT LA or NFT NYC or NFT London, I'd always try to help people and just be there, listen to them, see their projects, but like promote their projects, you know, like be there for fast food punks. You know, they sent me this crypto punk that looked like me with a, you know, their McDonald's hat on them. So like I had them on my show for a couple of weeks and we talked and we had a good time and I helped them promote their sales and get people in their Discord. So it's about the give take, you know.
Did you receive some cool collaborations with major brands because of your with your appearance and your PFP? Like I mean yourself.
I've been trying to.
Mm-hmm.
You can see there's croc gibbets on this picture here in the middle.
Yeah.
You know, I try to self promote myself. It hasn't happened yet. There again, it's a side hustle. When I was working at Vayner, you know, that was my full time job. I was working at Vayner when I'm teaching. It's kind of like a side hustle. So I've been you know, dabbling in both. Been trying hard in both, but I've also been selective. You know, I didn't want to attach to any projects that, you know, right now aren't around because one, I don't have time, and two, I like to kind of see what's out there and be there for the people and be there for as many people as I can to hop on shows, to host shows, and to kind of see kind of what's new in the space, you know. Yeah.
I feel like, you know, in the future, for people, it will be more useful to use IPs from major, like big brands, than develop their own IPs because you're already receiving audience, you're receiving community with your PFP and everything. But don't you have a feeling like you better invested in your real name and real face than PFP, and how it's worked for you?
Well, for me, like if someone wants to steal my like image of my CryptoPunk and make a derivative of it, which people do and make art of it, then feel free because that's like free advertising, you know, and people are always going to want to come back to the original to buy the original, though I'm not selling anything. So like, yeah, I see it as an honor if people want to, you know, make a derivative. This is all from the Novo Art Show, so I appreciate it. But, you know, I encourage it. You if they start making more money than me, there might be something to be said. But like right now, like, put it out there and have fun with it, because there's very few people that are making a ton of money hand over fist over this. I just want to be, put a stakeholder, keep a stakeholder within the space, and, be the constant, consistent, honest person that has been around since day one with, whatever it is, if it's creating live art that you're seeing in front of you from Empty Soul Prime, if it's, going to promote your own art, like Shills 8 did with Laurel Masna on the wall in New York, if it's creating content on Twitch, on YouTube, on any other platform to help promote, those are all forms of art that just help expression, help create conversation. And the more conversation you have, then the more the algorithms go up in your favor.
Oh my God, I love this animation behind you.
Yeah,
That's
it's awesome. It's dope. Going live.
yeah, that's so cool. What do you think? Could you if you didn't manage to buy Punk at the time, could you use other IPs, or only Punks have this magic? Because a lot of people like trying to use other IPs, but not a lot of people have trust to anonymous here and everything. So, what do you think about this? Like, is it a Punk magic that helping you with IPs, or?
We would see it all the time with the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and they put their products on a lot of things, which is good, and it helped create different wines. It helped create the other side in a gaming platform. It helped create conversation, and it helped spread the love in the world and the word, and it kind of gave each individual owner an outlet to express whatever their specialty was. If it was making skateboards, if it was riding skateboards, if it was creating, Bored Ape Water. I don't know if that's the name of it. Sorry. But, just those types of things, again, created revenue sources, not only for maybe themselves, but other distributors who are maybe the people making the cans that are putting the water in it, or the water that is being pulled out of the well in the springs of Colorado, where it's the nicest water in the world. So like all those things add up to an economy. And even if that economy washes away, people at least know about it next time it comes up and the next time it resurfaces. And I guess this might be a good transition to resurface here. There's something called POAP, and that was a free minting back in the day to help onboard people.
Mm-hmm.
The POAP is an application, and it would show your proof of attendance protocol. That's the abbreviation or acronym for POAP. Proof, P, of, O, attendance, A, P, protocol. Proof of attendance protocol, meaning you've been somewhere. So like when we were in St. Louis, I would have a proof of attendance that I was in St. Louis launching rockets with Tom Sachs, and we made a POAP from that. The Super Bowl, we had two Super Bowl. I was in charge. It's crazy. I was in charge of 2 Super Bowl ads. It's crazy. The Budweiser one, where the nouns popped out in the Bud Light commercial, like kind of for like 3 seconds. And then there was one for Bud Next, which is still a beverage, but I don't know how popular. So those were 2 things that I did. Anyhow, these POAPs are free NFTs that just get dropped into your wallet, and the POAPs have different ways to claim it. There's a claim code. If you go to poap.xyz, you can type in the claim code, and that's what I'm going to reveal here in a second is the claim code, so you can claim your POAP, and it pretty much just states what we did today, gives the YouTube link so you can watch it later, and gives everyone's name here, so you can follow and like and subscribe to the awesome art that Empty Soul Prime is providing. The lively conversation that Shills is going to be having, and then even the doctor's visit that Hunt's at right now, will all can be retraced back to this POAP. So if like, hey, what happened to that conversation with Crypto Nova where he dropped that alpha? Oh, we'll check out the POAP from July 30th and you'll find it. All right.
It is amazing. It's such a great brand thing. Like when you sent the link for that, and I was like, ooh, what is this? And then went and looked at it. How fun. Like that was so seamless and easy. And you're giving back. And I loved hearing everything you were describing about utilizing the different pieces of your collection to get your own things and then rep them and doing all of that, because as you've now seen, I do similar, right, and launched my brand with my Vibe. And I feel like there aren't enough of us in this space who are really in it just for the people, and the more of you and I that can find those like-minded people like Ira and others who really are in it just for the betterment of humanity, we have to self-organize. We have to stop the silos, and we have to pull together to really help figure out how we're going to help everyone succeed in the face of, there's so much confusion about all the different platforms and where do I go to do this, like we talked about before we started the stream. And until we figure that out, and until we get a solid framework that is an economy that we want, we we cannot expect people who don't understand the space, who are not technical, who maybe don't even like art that much but think the NFT stuff is cool. They're not going to come, and if they do, they're going to run away immediately. I've seen it happen. You get your shot and then you miss because they're like, "Oh, fuck that. Like, no, I'm done. You've already had me do 3 different things and I don't understand this stuff and the wallet this," and they don't need to know about that. They don't need to know they're using blockchain technology backed by crypto to even do the things they want to do. Web 2 needs to transition to Web 3 for a technology reason. And that's the piece I feel like not enough people are speaking about. And I love hearing you speak about this kind of stuff because we have to amplify our voices if we really want to make
If
this
we
work.
want to onboard the masses, you're right. And this is the great thing is like shills from this. Now she can look from this POAP and look at all the wallet addresses that added to it and know like, hey, these are the like-minded individuals that were all on the stream together. So now when I want to go contact people to, hey, I have this type of art coming out. I'm in this type of conversation next. She knows that these people are already her friends and already has established communication with them. And it's all saved on chain. And then you can take,
It's so genius. I
I
can't wait
know,
to pick
then
your
you
brain
can
about
take
it.
these wallet addresses, which is brilliant, and you can send them stuff later for free, your art for free. So what empty soul prime is getting right now, we can take that, we can dump that on like a manifold, mint it for like $1 or $2, and then we can share it again on a POAP to everyone who watched the show. Hey, congratulations, you watched the show with us. Here's a free minting from Empty Soul. Here's some free art from Empty Soul Prime. And now the artist has a connection with all these buyers, even though we opted to them. Now they know
I
who to
love
go
it.
to and how to get to them, and it's all linked. And you don't have to use on chain. You don't have to use Web3. You don't have to use NFTs. You can use art. You can use digital collectibles. You can use community, and it's all the same thing. We know what we're talking about, but I'm trying to get the 5 or 6 people just tuning in on Twitch. Like, what's that clown talking about? I know what I'm talking about. We've been here for a while. There's a reason I dress like this. I don't care what people think about me. I could be cringe. I'm trying to teach you.
Exactly.
No, accept that you're cringe and be free finally. That's motto we all have in Web3.
Hey,
We
I'm
just
gonna free these apps before the time runs out. All right, because there's 20 minutes. If you're an app collector, or if you're a POAP collector, that is, you just go in the POAP app, and hold on, let me double click and make sure that, all right, and you're gonna go into the secret word, and the secret word is Novo, Novo hyphen 311, Novo 311, to mint your free POAP.
should I write something or should I just because I just put it my wallet and that's it. Everything is worked out.
Yes. Oh, actually, hold off because I guess the minting window is not open yet. So you can just DM me and you'll get these mints. I'll send them right to you. It's either way. And if you're watching later and you type in NOVO 311, just like the last couple characters of my Twitter handle, X handle, you could probably claim that POAP. If not, just DM me on X and you'll be sent one of these POAPs that you're seeing in the screen, which has the banner. Who made that banner? Ira, did you make that banner with all of us on there?
Yeah.
Yep, that's as simple as it is. So scrape the art and repurposed it for the art of entertainment.
I love this idea so much. So, can we steal your idea and use it on every singular space to gain our audience wallets? Because it's so
That's
cool.
that's what I've been doing for years.
That's what I'm talking about.
I taught someone, I've been doing it for years, and even so much, we'd have politicians on. I
Mhm.
had the first blockchain politician from the state of Utah. And
Oh.
Utah is a very crypto friendly state in the United States. She came on trying to promote herself, trying to get the word out because heck, why not take donations in cryptocurrency? And I made her a POAP. In this POAP, we distributed to everyone who watched that show. So then now she had the wallet addresses of all the people that were watching that show. And that's the best way that she can use her campaign funds and money is putting out a free POAP to see who our crypto native friends watching the show are. And those are the people that she's targeting to help vote for her. And that's just all part of the political process, just like finding stuff in the art world. Like, where are you going to go to branch out that art? Damn, that I can't stop staring at. All right, sorry.
The art is awesome. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm watching this
empty
too.
soul is. I've been like staring at that, talking just to that, and almost myself. So I forgot we were live streaming with everyone else.
So it's
I'm sorry for hogging
I'm
the
still staring
conversation
at it.
here, Hunt. I'm sorry for hogging the doctor's
No,
office.
we're here
Bills,
for you. We are here for
sorry for
you.
hogging the conversation. I'm excited. I don't drink coffee. I'm just fired up right now.
Hunt looking so tan.
We are the same
You're
person.
looking so good, Hunt. Yeah, I rarely say it.
The one eyebrow. I can't do the one eyebrow
You're gonna
raise.
get me in trouble.
I'm not that
Don't get me in
talented.
trouble.
Oh, look at that.
See,
What
Yeah,
are
oh,
now that's a
Okay,
dedicated
I do have a
co-host
question
right there.
though.
All right.
So I have a
Hunt,
question.
Hunt, and Ira. Let's put a pin in the POAP, and maybe I can get the owner of POAP, Patricio, a really good friend of mine, to come on the show. If not, I have lots of friends there, and they can come on the show. We can just do a show on POAP. And I don't have to be there if you don't want me there, but we can just do a whole nother show.
That was
That
we
actually what I was
want
going to
you
ask.
there.
Can we
We
talk
want you
more
with
about
us.
this?
Yes,
Yeah.
let's go. Let's do this. That's so interesting. Yeah,
And
you
then,
can.
and then we'll take this art with artist approval, with Empty Soul Prime's approval. We'll take the art that he's making right now. And we'll drop it on the POAP as a part 2 to this show.
This is so cool. Let's go. Let's do this. Yeah. If my data not go into apps that advertise me, some medical stuff for men, I'm all for it. What's the most unusual stuff you did with this POAPs though? And yeah, political
Well, the
stuff.
great thing is you get the POAP from me, so it's going to say minted from or created by Crypto Novo. Well, you click on that, you'll see every single one of my POAPs that I've collected.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I went to an Adidas meetup, and it was a thing. You went to this Adidas store in New York,
This is so dope.
and
Wait,
you collected these things, and you collected like 7 of these things throughout the store. So you see product placement, and they give you a whole bunch of stuff.
I love it so much, but wait, I think all this bullshit trying to create now with reputational apps on X and everything. It's not like I don't like it, right? But this actually can be, proof of reputation that you was here, you connected with these people and these people, and yeah, don't you want to develop it as in reputational stuff more? Like it's a cool idea, I think.
That's it. Is your reputation in the space. So like people can go back, and I can be like, "Yo, I was at the Super Bowl." Like, what do you mean? Like, I scanned this at the Super Bowl. Like, what?
Mhm.
Hey, I scanned this in St. Louis next to
Yeah.
Tom Sachs. Like, what do you mean? Look, and then you click on it, and it'll say Tom Sachs, and you click on Tom Sachs, and it'll have the same POAP minted right next to you. You go to the U.S. Tennis Association, like, yeah, I saw, Serena Williams, in her last match. Like, what do you mean? Well, it's right here. It shows it with, 20,000 other people who clicked on it. So it shows you, where you've been, what you've done. We did one for a company called Bojangles. It's a chicken, I believe, is a chicken company.
I love me
Oh,
some
so you're
Bojangles.
familiar, North Carolina,
Is it
not around me.
Is it a
Oh
real
yes,
company? Just
very
normal
very
No,
chicken
oh,
company?
it's a real chicken company. Yo, skills. The art. This is what I hooked up for the artists. All right. So when I was working at Vayner, like, yo, we got to get the winning artist. Got to get something if you're like the winning artist for this art. So Bojangles gave them free chicken for a year.
Oh,
How
what?
no
good.
way.
Oh my
I would
god.
take
I
that
would
Talk
take
about
deal.
the
that
gift that
deal.
keeps on giving. So all right. So
No,
like
yeah.
I'm sitting there like trying to negotiate. Like, all right, well, I want these artists to win something. Like I went to Bojangles. Like, what can they win? Like a gift card. Like we got it. We can't just give them a Happy Meal here, you know. And they're like, how about like free chicken? I'm like, dude, that's an advertisement in itself. And the artists won. Yeah, North Carolina, D Webs, Bojangles. I'll rep Bojangles. They were very gracious sponsors. They wanted to get in the Web3 world. They hired a bunch of artists to make NFTs. They paid the winning artist in chicken. And it was like they were hella thankful, dude. Like they were super thankful. So that's just like the kind of the free advertising that would go around with a POAP. And 1,300 people claimed the POAP. I have the numbers in front of me. You just click on the POAP and it shows who's there, the spaces, what we did, the explanation of it. It brings them to the website for Bojangles. So now here it is, a conversation I totally forgot about. And in December 2021, so like, man, 3.5 years ago, they're giving away free chicken.
It's really funny. I've always liked pull-ups. Since we started, I think my first one was like 2022, but
Uh,
they the one problem is I find them too gameable. Like the link that you sent me, for instance, I could be halfway around the world and you could send me a tennis match link and I could mint it and no one would be the wiser, right? I haven't seen geolocation on POAPs and I haven't seen like anything that isn't gameable. I remember when Ryan Carson or whatever was doing those spaces and giving a POAP per space, and if you collect them all, you'll get whitelist to his drop. And like every alpha group I was in, they were just sending the link. No one would
yeah,
actually go to the space. They would just send the link to all these alpha groups, and thousands and thousands of them would be minted.
Mm.
And people would use multiple wallets to mint them. And it was like just a little, like tasteless. I think there's some really interesting stuff with like Kong developed this PBT chip. So it's like a UFC chip, but it has its own private key and public key in it. So when you tap it, it initiates a transaction and you mint an NFT and it's time gated. Like you can't store the signature, you can't store the tap. It's got to be within a few seconds that you actually press that mint button or it expires. So like if
I
you
have
climb to the
I have
top of
one of
Mount
those.
Everest, yeah, like PBTs are
I have
dope. Like
I
you,
have an IYK card, and you go and you tap a phone, and the IYK transfer on your NFC chip transfers it right there. So you just bump NFT to people, and I have that in my wallet. So when I'm walking around, not like this, I'll bump someone it, and I'll walk away from them and be like, "Dang, I just met Crypto Nova, and I didn't even take a look at him." And they're
Wow,
like, "I
that's
just met
so
Crypto Nova
cool.
on a POAP as I walk away." I did it.
so
I
let
did
me
it. I
ask
do it when
you,
I go on vacation all the time, and I'm like, and they'll figure it out later. Like they don't know what POAPs are. Like, here's my business card, and they're like, what? Put in my email address, and or put in your ETH address. Like, what's an ETH address? I'm like, oh, just put your email address in later, and they put their email address in. Like, who's this Crypto Novo guy? I'm like, what? That guy's a clown, or be like, man, I met Crypto Novo. Like, it goes either way.
yeah, I like those. I think the variations of that kind of tech is like super interesting because
Yeah.
I know with the NFC chips, like it's just it's a little bit different because of like the private key and the public key being built in. So like the Kong's PBT chip, it's the source. There's no website, there's no hosting, there's nowhere to go enter your email address, there's no server, like nothing. It's all literally private key type of thing. Um, which like, but I like all of these. I think these are somewhat futuristic tech to me. Like if I'm at a specific event and I can only get something at that event, no one can send anyone a link, no one can like cheat it, I can't screenshot a QR code. Like it's just you
Mhm.
have to be there physically. I think that's really cool. um and I like these like proof of participation style mints. I think they're cool. I think like low cost, no barrier of entry, like social proof NFTs are dope. what collectibles have always kind of been like. When you go to these trade shows or like Anime Expo or brand
Mhm.
events or anything, you always get this like exclusive piece. Like I was playing Magic with my son yesterday, and he ripped a pack, and we got a card that had a date on it, and I'd never gotten one of those in a pack. I didn't know what the hell was going on. It was a super old pack. It was from like 2018. And that when I looked it up, it turned out that that was a promo card at a pre-release event for that specific like Magic series. It was just cool to have, you know, like whether it's worth 20 bucks or 30 bucks versus 20 cents without the date. It's just
But
cool to
but
have, you know?
but the person that was there at that time at that place, it means a lot to them, and they'd probably pay more for it than someone who maybe just opened it as a pack. But you opened it with your son, makes it more valuable. You know what I'm saying? So that
Yeah, it
adds
was cool.
value, and value is all in the eye of the beholder. Like someone might view the art, that we're viewing live right now as not much, but someone viewing it live right now will view it much more in depth because they're in tune to the conversation. They're, gaining memories from, being around friends watching this. They're, so it gains more value to them because the time they spent around it, the moments that are around it. It's like these culture vultures are kind of almost destroying it now because they're just recycling what has been there rather than reinventing what was been there. Like I'd rather see something new being made out of my CryptoPunk than my same CryptoPunk.
I absolutely love it, guys. What I really like on these art streams, and not only art streams, but when I talk with founders, is to know about new technologies. And this new technology for me, I didn't know that it calls like this, and it's so interesting. And yeah, what else? Did you use back then? And how do you see? Yeah, how do you see? Our Web3 will change in the future also in what side, and what else, what technology else we can use right now in creativity and everywhere, because before I feel like it were more creativity in the space with technology. Right now it's just project like with the same pictures, with the same developing the IPs, and nothing like super new with tech side. And yeah, how do you see this?
One, I want everyone to reset the room, retweet it. We have live feeds going on multiple websites, multiple platforms. I'm not going to hog the mic the entire time. I promise. But the new technology, like you're doing right now, is restreaming. We're able to get it on Crypto Nova's platform, where if it's Web 2 based, if it's Twitch, YouTube, going on to X accounts, and on your platforms as well. I believe, I don't know if this is fact or if I read this somewhere or not, but like, Kick, didn't they get purchased by Pump, Pump.fund? So like, what is that going to look like tokenomics in the future? Restreaming, broadcasting, giving out cryptocurrency for people watching, pay to watch, pay to learn, pay to earn. And how does that link into the old technology? Well, every time people want something, they always tap into the CryptoPunk community. Like, hey, we need money. Why doesn't the CryptoPunks buy this? They think that those are the people that have the deep pockets. Well, they might have because they're buying CryptoPunks at $250,000 now. The tech-minded people that got into CryptoPunks back in the day that minted it, they are light years ahead just because they are familiar with the technology. Their friends are building newer things every single day, so they get to see it every day. So they're building. They're not so much consuming. They're producing. So like, where does that meet is where the producers and the consumers find that happy medium. Because after the NFT market blew up, everyone was producing and no one was consuming. No one was buying the stuff.
Yeah, that's
Everyone
a
was
fact.
producing, and they were making 10,000 piece projects, 5,000 piece projects, and they'd only have like 100 people in their Discord. So from there, it watered everything out, but it was a big learning experience. That's the thing, is a ton of people lost money. I lose money too, but you learn from it. And that's the important thing, is how you come back stronger from it. So what does that future build? Well, people are looking for simplicity, and they're trying to tie these AI bots into it. I was talking with someone just before this of like, hey, you welcome me with your AI bot. I'll show you the DM, but I don't know how personal it is. I'm like, why don't you just attach a POAP to it? And I have a free mint with the coins you just gave me. I got free banker coin out of it just for replying back. Like, why don't you just toss an NFT in there as well with some cool artists of your friends or your own PFP picture? And the guy's like, dude, that's a dope idea and it costs absolutely nothing. I'm like, have your bot do it, like see how that works. I mean, you might have to sign off it on the back end. So you're not just bot making POAPs because there's a signature process at the end through email or through wallet transaction. But like, you just have to click that button and then you can send that free POAP off to other people. So where does it come? The technology is there. It's just resurfacing it and utilizing it in a more efficient way that people seem palpable and they want to do themselves. Like when you told me you're using Restream, I'm like, great, I'm comfortable with it. I can click 2 buttons and have my socials linked up in there. Saves me time, helps me get promoted, help promotes you, and it gets other artists who might not have thousands of people following them, seeing them.
Let me ask you a question, bro. How does the idea of like Zora's new tokenize everything movement fit into this, right? So instead of a POAP being delivered to the audience or club members or specific visitors, should they be tokenized? Like whether or not they ever have value doesn't necessarily matter, but should they be fungible? Um, like, does that kind of fit into the same? Is that the evolution of what the POAP was? Like, because POAPs were cool, they led to a lot of stuff. They weren't really in your open sea per se, unless you like went and claimed them and paid to get them out or whatever. And I just found they didn't have the same social status like a token would, perhaps. Is that a new method? Is our 1155s given out super cheap? That can also be traded as 20s. Like, is that the new method? I saw they passed the EIP for DN 404, that project by Optimizer, where they break down the NFT into into an ERC20. And when you have a certain amount, you get the whole, which is the NFT. So the Ethereum Foundation passed the official EIP. And that feels like even another cool little process, right? What if you tokenize everything, send someone, 0.2% of this token supply, which equals an NFT. And if they ever sell a little bit of it, they lose the NFT. And now it's as if they weren't at that event, or it's as if they're selling a little piece of themselves, Like, are POAPs too limiting? And should we look at more expansive technology?
It depends what you want to get out of it. Like the great question, great thought process on. Yes, I totally understand what you're talking about with that thought process. 100%. 2 different thought processes with that is like POAP is just pretty much collecting art, an onboarding process of collecting art. You want to go the agent coin route, then that's the onboarding of cryptocurrency. Now, hopefully it's linked to some type of stable coin. Otherwise, now you're talking about, monetary transactions, which are all taxable. And that's where you're going down a slippery slope. Because now when you start getting tokens from Crypto Novo that I don't have any, is that a taxable event if that turns into some type of value? Keep in mind, Pepe coin just got given out there. It had no value, and it has no value as far as, you read it. It has no monetary value. If you look at their website, it is worth value because of the community. So, do those things turn into taxable offenses once you start sharing, spending them, putting them together for an NFT? All right, you put them together for an NFT and you sell that NFT for 6 figures, you're going to get taxed on it in the US.
Well,
So
a POAP in itself is also tradable, right?
Yes.
Which essentially makes it also a taxable token. Like
Correct.
anything you get for free, then you're taxed on the value when you get it. So I think the solution would be to not add any liquidity until after you send it out.
Well, I mean, and if you get to that point, you're in pretty good shape, but that's why a lot of those.
Yeah, that's true. No, I definitely
that's
appreciate
why
that. I'm thinking about it now.
that's why the Genius Act has been on the dockets and has been passed here in the U.S. because people want some understanding of it, and 2, that's why they're incorporating stable coins into this ecosystem so they can understand that. I think the next thing, almost to go back to the original question, what is next, is stablecoins. Why? That is a gift card. That is an Amazon gift card. That is your Walmart gift card. That is your Starbucks gift card linked to monetary value on chain rather than a bank on a piece of plastic that you're going to lose in your pocket or never spend.
Yeah, I mean, I super agree, and I think it's being underestimated. I hear people talking about this being the institutional cycle, and it's not about normies and retail isn't coming, and yet all I see is all this new UX UI implementation that's literally meant to onboard normies, and then I see all of these companies adopting stables, right? Like it's wild. Yesterday, I think PayPal made an announcement that retailers will now be able to accept stables all across the states.
Correct. Because
Oh, I gotta talk to the doctor. I'll be
here,
back.
here's the reply, and you definitely put it on mute. Doctor's more important. The doctor's more important. Put it on mute. You can listen to this later, Hunter. We're streaming it live, but it is recorded. With these stable coins, what it is, it's a placeholder.
He's so retarded. Imagine the chatting video and the
What a
doctor.
dedicated co-host. He's driving in and out. Look at his middle finger. Hopefully that's not the proctologist that he's seeing right there, and that was a proctologist.
Make sure you cough very
And hopefully your
loudly when
doctor's
you
not
bend over,
listening.
okay, Hunter?
I'm dead on his line, so you're probably right.
That's going to be his ringtone. Inside joke.
I love you guys so much.
But no, these stable coins, they are just placeholders because that's what people are going to go to. Why would you not? If you are a Walmart customer, you can buy this product for $100 using cash or credit card, or for 90 stablecoin dollars, you can buy the exact same thing. Convert your dollars into stablecoin now. Yeah, you get the 10% off, use their stablecoin or whatever their loyalty program is going to be. And that's the vision that I foresee happening in the future. So you're trading in and out of either USDC, Bitcoin, Ethereum into these stablecoins to buy products at a cheaper cost than using your credit card, at a cheaper cost than using normal fiat, because at the end of the day, they want their stable coin to be circulated and out there as much as possible. It's no different than V-Bucks. Think of what V-Bucks are. I mean, it's crazy, and you can't even get anything out of it because you can't sell it back. You get a digital screen of the Hamburglar running around in Fortnite. That's what you get.
Don't you think that they are making our crypto legal and everything, starting to use it in real world? It's dangerous for our freedoms, and that we can't use crypto as free as before. And
Depends
that's
on how fast the quantum computing is going to be in about 10 years, but right now everyone's computer based with their phones. I'm sorry, based with their phones and not so much computers. So as long as their phones are safe, they're going to be able to make those transactions. You don't really see a crypto wallet on Apple, it's not that convenient for them right now.
Okay, so what else threads maybe in the art you see in the future? And I love what art we're having right now on the screen. This is so dope. And I saw it with the background ready already. Yeah, so sorry that you can talk with us, Empty Soul Prime. I really wished you could explain your art to us as well.
Maybe next time when we have Poap on, he can come on and jam it out. I want to hear Shills. Shills, what do you think is going to be happening next in the art scene? That's probably the furthest temperature gauge I'm from right now, where I'm standing from a CryptoPunk.
Yeah, by the way, Shills, could you invest all your branding into your Good Vibes Club right now? Because I understand like Cryptonova, nothing never will be higher than punks. Like, I mean, in a cultural way, punks, the only alpha, like for everyone, right? Because they was first. But can you invest the same like branding and everything in your Good Vibes Club, or you want to do this?
Yeah, no, I'm glad you actually, mentioned that because they are newer, right? But the huge misconception, if you will, or just people don't know or understand where Good Vibes Club came from, and that it was a 3-year process, and it's backed by Toast TV, which is Chris and Ty Gout, who have owned it, who have had it live for a very long time, and they literally did the rebranding for Facebook Messenger. They have done branding for
Oh, I
Apple.
didn't know
They've
that.
done animations for Oreo. They've done stuff for what is it? The Red Solo cups, and there's this massive portfolio of Web 2, and they're tied into all the major players, and they have this like unlimited untapped resource of people that they will be the catalyst to truly, mark my words, be the ones to help Web 2 transition into Web 3, because they have a whole lot of things going on that they're not talking about, but slowly things are coming out like this week. And I know that there's whatever they're doing is about to come out, and it's probably going to skyrocket the price again. Which cool, that's fine. But for me, I love the art. I'm like Crypto Nova. I love this place. I love the humans I get to work with. I love the art, and I want to focus my time on that
Mhm.
specifically and really leverage this space in a way that I feel we miss a lot of opportunities, and it's not anyone's fault. It's truly more of what I went back to before of there aren't enough of me and Nova and you out there. But guess what? We're self-organizing. 2 months ago, we didn't all know each other on this call together. I didn't know you all, like, well, I knew you, but I didn't know everybody else here. But we grow in our strength in numbers, and the only way that we're going to be successful to create this new economy that we want and this world we want to live in is by taking those precedences down. So I'm actually going to challenge you all back, because the reason that CryptoPunks continues to be put up there, and they should. They are the original. They're going to always be those. Started the whole innovation revolution for this space. But if we keep doing that and we keep focusing on that, the people you're trying to bring on who will never see that or afford something like that, you immediately infuriate them. You make them feel like they don't have value to add to this space because they don't have money to be able to purchase this big elite NFT. And I see a major problem there. And this is what I'm hearing from people I, communicate with, interview, especially people not in this space. We're a lot.
Mm,
We are overwhelming, and we got to scale it back, and we have to build things that are easy for the rest of the world to use, exactly like Crypto Nova was getting at, with all the different opportunities that are out there. It's really about us taking those advantages and meeting everyone where they are. And you're not going to be able to do it for everybody, right? And
yeah.
the concept of thinking we have to is the bigger problem. We're chasing stuff that we self manifested. We literally created this shit ourselves. We need to kind of untangle some of it, in my opinion, to allow these newer artists, these newer collections to have that breathing room. And I believe GVC specifically sees that. They've known that. That's why they've worked so hard behind the scenes to really try to unite all of these major groups and these founders. And we've seen Pudgy doing it. And I really just feel like they kind of set that tone early on in March when we launched. And from there, I feel like it's just kind of been that catalyst of, holy shit, wow, we could learn from that. So.
What a
I almost,
beautiful
I
word.
yeah, I really respect what you said because I'm thinking about it from like the race community and how Ferraris and GTRs and all of these like super fast cars are viewed.
Yeah,
It's a really
Bentleys,
really
right.
interesting concept. I wonder if this is our responsibility
It
to
is.
change the narrative about something like Meebits, for instance, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
other OG projects that have maybe it's hash masks, maybe it's like when you think back, what else represents the space as well as CryptoPunks? Like maybe
Right,
not
because
a lot,
CryptoPunks are
right?
doing their part. Right, they're doing their part. People like Nova, right? The OGs that are literally out here just doing good, or they founded companies. They're VCs. They're giving money back constantly. And they should be presented as such. They are the top tier elite, and you can absolutely dream to get there. But what we want to focus on is down here, where the rest of the world is going to be able to actually achieve and feel welcomed and that they can be successful to then reach higher goals. But we got to start small, and we cannot make people feel so incredibly overwhelmed And then they get in and chase that thing you sold them that they were never, ever going to have access to. You sold them a lie, just like any other rugger. You brought people into the space with the mentality that they too could be that. And that is a false thing to do, and you're setting people up for failure. And I know that that's harsh, but it's the truth, and a lot of people need to hear that.
And that's what kind of scares away big business too. I've said on many a calls with large business trying to get into the Web3 world, and they just didn't understand it. And you'd have to walk through them real slow. Like, really, it's that simple? I'm like, yeah, take all the technical jargon out of it. We're dealing with art, we're dealing with community, and we're dealing with cool people that are pretty like-minded and are pretty smart. And like before the show came on, we had conversation about World of Women. Like, and I don't know any of this for a fact. So I'm just thinking through these tassels right here is, I mean, why would you not just, if you're a large corporation, just buy World of Women? You have a built-in community. You have, back to our initial conversation, IP rights of something really cool. You have a founder she's done the test of time, with a great support staff around her. And you don't have to go there and like redevelop like Snap, Crackle, and Pop from Rice Krispies, because that's a big, expensive task to do. It's already made for you.
Right. So they built the infrastructure, they set it up, they curated it, they cared for it, they gave it the capability to be successful for someone to absolutely do that. And that's the institutional stuff we're going to see happen. Is you nailed it. We're going to see the institutions collect, don't get me wrong. But don't forget what really exists out there in the big world of companies that are thirsty to spend money on the advanced future. They're going to come for stuff like that. They're going to absolutely want to buy these brands and these rights. And a lot of people are going to make money off of it because they've done a good job. And we need more of that.
Guys, I really adore this conversation, and I don't understand everything that you're telling, but that's what I love in these art talks, because every time I learn something, and I'm super grateful to all of you and Singular that we make it every Wednesday. Every Wednesday is beautiful because of that streams. Thank you so much. Just wanted to say that. It's super great. And by the way, Cryptonova left a comment with codes for POP. So if you are fast enough, please claim this, and you will have like digital proof that you were with us here today, and maybe in the future you will get something. We don't know. Yeah. Guys, we already an hour here, and I really like Cryptonova. If you don't mind, I will be happy to see you in Singular community, to add you in the chat if you're in the crypto, like in the Twitter chats. We don't talk there much, but we just want you around, and we'll be happy to see you on our live streams more.
Yeah, add me in. I'm happy to help. I'm here. I want to give a shout out to the real number one in this place, the person who's redeveloping my CryptoPunk as we're live doing this. I mean, to do art like that in an hour, like, man, I can't even draw a stick figure, and like, as arty as I get is super gluing this nose on his glasses, and it probably took me about 3 sets of glasses and about 10 clown noses to do. So I'm far from an artist, but, make sure that you're liking and subscribing to everyone on the screen here. I was fortunate enough to have the catalyst of working underneath Gary Vee to get a lot of likes and followers. The like-minded people that you've heard from today, same thing. So just by simply retweeting and liking is the easiest thing you can do to help share that good knowledge, and also increase the algorithm, not only for us, but for yourself. And that's on Twitch. That's on YouTube. What's the other one that you're on there?
YouTube, my two, X, and also Abstract. When you're streaming on Abstract, Cryptonova?
Let me know. I don't know much about it, but I'm here to learn too. So like,
do you want? I can add you as a streamer. I can ask guys to add you as a streamer. They will be happy and delighted to make it. Like, be sure they need streamers like you there. You just
ask me for promotional stuff. Well, let's get a promotion going. We'll get a cross promotion going and see where we go. I'll toss out some POAPs. We can get some stuff going with Abstract. So
oh my God, wait! Take us with you. Take us in your journey, please. I'm begging you.
Ira, we have to do it. D-Webs and I were literally texting offline about this. What you just said is what he just proposed and recommended. So we have to do this, D-Webs. I know you're in the peanut gallery, but we love you. He's kind of like my partner in crime in this space, just so everyone knows. So I at least wanted to
All right.
say hi. And Ira, I definitely want
When
to
you
hook him
invite
up.
him on our live streams, invite
Yeah,
him. Let's
yeah,
tell.
I will.
Well,
D-Webs, you heard
a lot
that.
of times the live streams that I would do would be live business meetings because it's the only time you can catch up with people. So Webs, hit up that Bojangles hard. We'll get this live art going too. You know, I love watching the live art. So if that can be a reoccurring thing and just keep on making derivatives of Crypto Novo, like sure, by all means, or any other artist. You know, thank you, you know, for inviting me because this is dope. And I don't know if the conversation's ending, coming, or going, but yeah. You know,
Yeah.
even like look, he's walking out of the doctor's office right now. You know, I don't know if he's
Yeah, I'm so
maybe like a
sorry,
zombie
man.
hunched
2
over.
p.m.
Why are you so
Like,
happy right
so
now after
I've
doctor
got
appointment?
4 kids. Okay, that's like I've got 4 kids, and one of them is has some special needs. So it's like, bro, it's so hard in the summer at 2 p.m. Eastern in the afternoon to like. But I love being in these streams, so it's like I just got to make it work sometimes. But yeah, I'm so sorry for being in and out. I really, really liked it. I finally got my AirPod in and got to like listen to the conversation you guys were having. Um, it's dope. I love these ideas, and I think that if it wasn't for these types of innovations, I just wouldn't be here. Like, I was in the corporate world forever, and 2021 was like the funnest thing I had ever done. Um, so I just stuck around, and like, yeah, I think watching everyone walk into our wheelhouse now is really fun, and I really like what Shill said about like impressing them, and even the way you said it at the beginning, like how welcoming the punks were and how intelligent they were and how that made you stay.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
can we offer that to people? You know,
Right.
can
We're the
we
next
be that
generation to do
like,
it. Yes.
yeah, like either we are or we're not, right? And like we're just
Bingo.
gonna either grow the space or like let it die as a result, you know? And I've already noticed NFTs just aren't as cool. Like, and what I mean by that is the people holding NFTs aren't as cool as they used to be because the people that are cool are out developing doper shit, and bringing on the world. And the people that stuck around in their NFTs are like the miserable bag holders for the most part, or like just the people that rock it to be able to take advantage of that community and, you know, execute capital formation, or extraction as we call it. But like it's just not as cool being in these communities anymore. um and yeah, I definitely think we have responsibility to change that. So I like you guys, you're fun.
Let's
Ditto.
go. And I didn't expect that this art will be actually a GIF. And oh my God, this is
It
so
is
cool.
insane. Holy
It's so dope.
crap. Dude, that might be
It's so dope.
one of the NFTs I'm gonna own. I'm honestly gonna say that. It's for
This should
my
have been the
glitch in my book.
Yeah, well, it might be. It might. I think that's got to be the next POAP when we reconvene later,
Yes,
for sure.
yes. I love it so much, guys. You're all such a geniuses. I really adore to hang out with you. Thank you so much. Kryptonova, I have a last list of the questions for you that I ask in every our guest. You can answer quickly or you can explain your answer. It's only like 4 questions.
Can I put you on pause for 1 second because I want to do a live
Yes.
business meeting with Hunt real quick and kind of maybe plug a couple pieces of alpha stuff that I haven't said to anyone because I haven't really been on air for 6-8 months for a particular reason. One, Hunt, you have a special needs family member. I work with special needs students. I get them incorporated from a special needs classroom into a regular classroom. That's pretty much my job. I've worked with hundreds of students doing this. I've worked with people in the AI industry to help with special needs students as well. I'm currently working with Warren Buffett's grandchildren, Nicole and gosh darn it, Nicole and Hunter Buffett. Actually, Hunter Buffett. Hunter Buffett actually has special needs. He's Warren Buffett's grandson on a special needs solution for special needs students. So I'd like to tap with you and side hustle stuff on the side. and kind of see if we can get this some more legs. And we need some beta testing and some case studying stuff going on. So
Yeah, I'm definitely down, bro. I have
it's crazy how the
he's
memes
a
around.
pretty rare case, so maybe it's a blessing. He
Yeah.
has genetic deletion on the right third chromosome that has
Okay.
like all of its own little issues. So he's missing 77 genes.
Nicole and Erica Buffett and I, we were trying to work on solutions and trying to get money and funding towards special needs institutions. So that's something that we have been going on. I guess next side hustle stuff. I kind of been in the dark a little bit. I've been approached by a producer and an executive producer for documentary purposes. The producer, which I don't want to name now, has been in charge of like producing like The Office and Dancing with Stars and Hell's Kitchen and like pretty major names. He sees my story arc and enjoys it. And not saying anything is signed or inked with any major anything because it's not. But there is interest in a crypto/crypto novo documentary. So
It's really funny that you're opening up about this, bro. I'm not gonna lie, because we went to Lebanon a few months ago and we're considering or researching how to move out there for good. And we were looking for special needs schools. So we met with doctors, we met with the American University in Beirut, and we met with some foundations and some schools. And we didn't find anything that was like, um, I don't even want to say like up to our standards, but we didn't find anything that we were comfortable with leaving him there, or, that he would be like, that he would be propelled forward by this institution as opposed to just like a babysitter. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, which is not what we wanted. And most schools or organizations for someone with special needs, they're just there to like give the parents respite and allow them to go out or treat their other children normally. And then this kid kind of stays there at this like drop off center, which is not what we want. We want like art, and we want music, and we want love, and we want like, adventure, and we want like hiking. We want all this cool stuff that children deserve, right? So it's like, so we ended up actually speaking to a head of a school, a lawyer, like, and just a cool community figure there. And we started a little organization to see if we can help develop something like that for kids. And it's like, yeah, it's really cool that you bring this up, because we're going on these like weekly Zoom calls and trying to figure out. We got a piece of land, and we're trying to figure out how to build like a center that would just be for children like this, in like a
a
really really cool place by the
lot
river. Like, it's fucking dope.
a lot of things with me, and I say just aligned by the moon, how it comes up. Like even with Laurel Mazna, and like putting my CryptoPunk on the walls, like really like 2 weeks after getting my CryptoPunk and that relationship. So like yes, like when these things align for me, I go with the flow with it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yes to
That's
answer
fucking crypto, man. That's fucking crypto, bro. It's so weird, but you meet all the right people at all the right times if you're just a
crypto.
good dude, man. It's
Well,
fucking
that's what
weird.
it's about, and I try to be. I want to be mindful of everyone's time. Ira, the questions, fire them off at me.
Okay, yeah, I'll mute.
Yeah. Oh, is she frozen up there? Don't tell me she froze. I see her pudgy penguin up there. Is her arm
Nah,
moving?
she's just talking shit, not listening to us. Oh, did she dropped out?
I think she. Am I the host now? I'm the host.
She
Is it
froze.
just
Yep.
us?
Am I the host now?
Hey, yo, punk privilege, bro.
We can hijack this. What do you guys want to do?
Shills,
We
you can be
hijacked the
Ira,
whole
Shills. You can
stream.
be Ira. You can be Ira today.
Oh,
You
First,
gotta talk with the
first I'll fix.
accent.
First, I'll fix Empty Soul Prime's mic. That's what I'll do first. She's watching now.
Okay?
She's probably watching on YouTube. Like, no, they're on without me.
she she's probably looking
Hey,
at
Hunt, you're the co-host. Do you remember the questions that she normally asks? Is these the same questions she
Yeah,
fires
I
off?
remember the question she normally asks. She also zooms in on you specifically. So if you want to enlarge your PFP so it's like a big screen share, I
All
can
right.
ask you the questions.
All right. Well, do you want to do shills too? I mean, she's a co-feature. Does you want to do both
I
of
don't
us?
mind, but she did ask her last time.
Oh, okay.
I don't
All right.
mind asking again, but yeah, it's the same questions.
Yeah, no, I'm good. This is about you,
All
Nova. I
right.
got the last
So,
one.
and you
This is
zoom
all
in on a
Nova. Go for
PFP
it.
here. Let me get a PFP. All right. How many
All right,
questions are
just
there?
you.
How
I
many
think
questions?
there's 3, but I only remember 2, so I'm gonna wing it.
All that nitrous oxide before your proctology exam, huh?
Thank God we finished, man. We're gonna take out his feeding tube, so we're just having all
Oh,
these
that's
appointments
awesome.
about it.
That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah. Thank God. Okay. All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
So these are questions we want to ask you. The answers will be directed to your future self. We
Okay.
want to look back on this and see how things have changed. The first question, you can only pick one: complete centralization or complete decentralization.
Decentralization. I've been hoping for it for years.
I like that. The next one, um, complete anonymity for everyone or complete doxing for everyone.
I mean, look who you're talking to here. That's an easy one. It's Crypto Novo. I'm anonymous for a reason. Stay positive and love life.
Hell yeah.
Peace.
Wait, last question, last question.
No,
Okay,
you
last
started the
question.
third one? All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm winging it. So last question. Do you think Ira would look better bald or with her dreads?
Wait, she's not bald. I thought she was wearing a wig. She's beautiful.
I love you.
She's beautiful. Everyone's beautiful. I don't care what you look like. We're all aliens, apes, and zombies. So stay positive and love
I love
life.
you. That was a great response.
Shave your head.
Peace.
Peace.
All right, I'm ending this. I'm ending the live thing here. I think. I don't know. Tune in.
Yeah. Bye. It was such a pleasure. No, I'll talk to you
Sounds
in the
good.
chat. We have
Empty
a lot to
soul.
talk about.
Peace.
All
All right.
right,
Bye.
fam. Peace, peace.